Hey guys, it's your girl Carrie, and today I am participating in a collaboration video hosted by Catherine from the YouTube channel Amateur Decorating Like a Pro. She invited myself along with several of the ladies to share an outdoor living space. Originally, I wanted to share how to clean outdoor furniture that has taken a beating over the winter months. It's filled with mildew, pollen, etc. And also I wanted to show how I power washed and stained my deck. But the weather was not cooperating, so I did not get to do that in time for this video. So in true Very Carrie style, I had to come up with something else. So I opted to show you how to put together a sophisticated, male-inspired picnic. But first, I'd like to share the pics from my husband's birthday 3 years ago. The theme for his birthday was a Spades in the Shade picnic. Spades is our family's all-time favorite game. So let's get started. My first tip when planning a sophisticated or a romantic picnic is to ditch the picnic basket and opt for a nice storage basket instead. This way you can pack all of your items inside of this box, or this storage box, and then it can be used as a table once you arrive at the picnic site. And also after the picnic is over, you can use this box for storage when you are at home. The second tip is to pack in the order in which you will actually use the items to set up the table. So when I open up my box, the first thing I have here are these placemats, 4 placemats, and I will just pull that off. And then the next items I have are my picnic blankets, and those will go down first. So I will put the picnic blankets down, and these would, be the first thing that I lay out. So after the blanket and the placemats are laid, I would then move on to my plates and place settings, and at the very bottom I always pack a garbage bag because that's the very last thing you're going to need. So when you clean up your picnic site, you'll put everything in a trash bag and throw it away. You should pack all of your non-food items in the basket and then take all of your food items and either put them in a cooler or some other basket. Now tip number 3, a quick way to cool your drinks or to keep your drinks cool is to take a mason jar, fill it about 1/3 of the way up, and sit it in the freezer and let the lemonade freeze. When it's right before you get ready to leave for your picnic, you take the cold lemonade out of the refrigerator and then you just pour the lemonade. And putting that ice in the bottom will keep your drink nice and cold the entire time while you're out on your picnic. And also it won't water down your drink because you're actually putting, frozen lemonade in there. So as it melts, it will keep its flavor. You add your lemon and then you just screw on the top. Tip number 5 is to use what you already have. There are many household items that you probably already have in your home that you would never think about using them to make your picnic more sophisticated. So everyone probably has some sort of twine in their home. If they do not, then you can just pick up a package of 3 of these rolls from the Dollar Tree, have some twine. Twine can go a long way. I just also had scraps of burlap in my home, so scraps of burlap would work, and some fabric. So let me show you what I did with the twine. You can pick up these little small cocktail forks from the Dollar Tree. What I did was to make everything a little bit more festive was to just wrap the twine around the base of the fork. And these were used for our little hors d'oeuvres and things like that. I also did this with the spoons for our desserts. Then also you can just take that twine and wrap it around your service napkin. And so what I did with this napkin, I took, you know, a piece of fabric over here. This actually was a tab top curtain that I picked up for $3 from Marshall. And if you're not familiar with what a tab top curtain is, it's just a curtain and it has like the tabs at the top where you can stick the rod through. Well, what I did was cut off all of the tabs, remove the tabs, and then I just used these tabs to place onto my napkin, and I just wrapped a piece of twine around it. And I also wanted to decorate my sandwich. So in order to make your sandwiches look really sophisticated, what you can do is just take some parchment paper. I'm sure everyone has parchment paper when they're baking or something like that. Wrap your sandwich in parchment paper. And I just took a scrap piece of burlap and I left it all rugged and raggedy just to give it that rustic look, because this was for a male. It was my husband's birthday. And then I just took another piece of that little tab from the curtain and I hot glued that on there, and then we just made a sleeve for our sandwiches, and then we just took a little bit of twine and wrapped that all together, and you have a wonderful, beautiful sandwich. Then I also just took the curtain and I just overlaid this curtain on top of our white picnic blanket just to kind of coordinate everything together. And then you can always take a little small clipboard, and that can become a menu holder for your picnic. And so what you can do, a quick tip is, when I don't need the backs of pictures because I'm hanging them on a wall or something like that, I rip off the back and I always hot glue it to something that may not be a picture so that I can instantly create a stand. So that's a quick way to convert, you know, a clipboard into a stand holder. Also, to jazz up our drinks, we had to celebrate, so we had to open up a bottle of wine and celebrate. The adults had wine and lemonade, and the kids just had lemonade. And so what I did was I just took an old shirt of my husband's and cut off the sleeve, and now you have an instant wine cozy or wine holder. So what you want to do is also ensure that you have some sort of activity at your picnic. So we opted to play cards. Our family's all-time favorite card game is Spades. So we brought our pack of cards, our deck of cards, and we got our Spades game on. And you know, no party is complete with me if I do not add in a vintage antique piece. So here I opted to pull out our sugar scuttle. And what we did with this was actually fill it with buttermint so that we could freshen our breath after we've eaten. Now this sugar scuttle, what it's basically used for, back in the day, they would fill this with sugar and you would just use the little scoop here to scoop out the sugar and put sugar on whatever it is that you desired, and I absolutely love this. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope I have inspired you to go out and have your own sophisticated romantic picnic. And until next time, I'm going to keep calm and carry on.